I've seen some jaw-dropping car collections in Hollywood, but who would have thought a 5'5" comedy powerhouse would dominate the game with one of the most sinisterly stunning garages in the entire industry? Kevin Hart doesn't just crush it on stage. His rides look like they rolled straight out of a high-budget horror flick. And trust me, the least impressive car on this list, still an absolute beast. This video dives into Kevin Hart's jaw-dropping, horror-themed car collection, ranking his wildest, creepiest, and most customized rides. From muscle cars inspired by slasher films to spooky lowriders with ghostly artwork, you'll see how the comedy legend turned his garage into a high-octane haunted house. Whether you're a gearhead or a horror fan, this list will blow your mind and prove that Kevin Hart's taste in cars is as bold and dramatic as his stand-up. Kevin Hart's car garage isn't just cool, it's a full-blown horror movie on wheels. Before we jump into the sinister ride ranking, smash that like button and subscribe for more celebrity car collections that go way beyond ordinary. This one's gonna blow your mind. We're starting with a ride that wasn't bought, but built into the fleet with friendship and flair. 20. Jeep Wrangler. From friendly gift to off-road icon. A Jeep Wrangler might not be your first thought when picturing a $450 million celebrity's garage, but for Kevin Hart, this wasn't just any Jeep. It was a gift from a close friend, and that alone earned it a place in his collection. Kevin didn't let it stay basic. He had it fully blacked out, added Forgiato rims, and gave it that signature, tough, elevated look. It's not the fastest or flashiest ride in his fleet, but it holds sentimental value, and therefore earned its spot at number 20. Estimated around $60,000, it shows Kevin knows how to turn humble into headline-worthy. To number 19, the Maybach S-Class, comfort over custom. You'd expect a flashy Maybach in Kevin Hart's collection to be dripping in luxury mods, but this one's surprisingly subtle. The S-Class Maybach was added purely for comfort, not for attention. No wild body kits or crazy upgrades here, just smooth rides and silence on wheels. Therefore, it ranks lower at number 19, not because it's basic, but because Kevin treated it more like a luxury lounge than a showpiece. Nicknamed the family car, this saloon proves not every ride in his garage is built to stunt. Some are just built to cruise. Number 18, the G63 AMG Family Hauler. With an edge, sure, a G-Wagon is pretty standard in celebrity circles, but Kevin Hart's G63 adds a sinister twist. Coated in matte black with Forgiato rims, it gives off a bold, almost villainous vibe. But make no mistake, this isn't just for show. It's nicknamed the family truck because it's the go-to ride for airport runs, school drop-offs, and weekend getaways. Therefore, its blend of practicality and style earns it the number 18 spot. With 577 handcrafted horsepower, it's a monster under the hood, but still rides like a family SUV with a whole lot of bite. Number 17, 1977 Ford Bronco, red hot and gone. This one was pure. Kevin Hart's custom 1977 Ford Bronco featured on Jay Leno's garage. Painted a bloody red, blacked out badges, flared fenders, monster 35-inch tires, and a sleek custom interior. It had everything. But here's the twist. It's gone. Yep, he sold it, and no one really knows why. Therefore, it lands at number 17, not because it lacked style, but because it's no longer part of the collection. Still, its legend lives on as one of the most aggressive builds Kevin ever owned. A definite fan favorite, that got away. The number 16, 1965 Ford Mustang convertible, old school with soul. When you're in LA, there's no better car to vibe in than a 65 Mustang convertible. Kevin knew that, but instead of turning it into something unrecognizable, he kept it original. It's got a new chassis, black paint, a push-button start, and an engine swap. Therefore, it runs like a beast but still looks like a time capsule. This isn't a car that screams for attention. It commands it with nostalgia and class. That balance of modern and vintage earns it the number 16 spot. Number 15, 1964. Corvette Stingray, classic with a twist. Kevin's 1964 Corvette Stingray is a perfect example of retro elegance, but with just enough modern firepower to turn heads. He resto-modded it with an LS3 engine, red leather interior, and of course Forgiato wheels to match his usual flavor. Therefore, this ride slides right into the number 15 slot, not just for its aesthetic, but because it's one of the few classics Kevin kept after parting with the Bronco. It's got all the character of the 60s with the heart of a modern muscle car. Think of it as vintage horror with a modern scream. To number 14, the SLS AMG, sleek, rare, and ruthless. Not all monsters are loud. Some, like this one, whisper in matte black. Kevin's Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG isn't just a head-turner. It's a Japan edition matte black unicorn with only 5 left-hand drive models ever made. But don't let its quiet luxury fool you. With 563 horsepower and gull-wing doors lined with cognac leather, this beauty blends aggression with elegance. Therefore, even with minimal flash, it holds major presence, perfect for Hart's mysterious, blacked-out aesthetic. Valued at $255,000, it glides more than it growls, earning its number 14 spot as one of Kevin's most stealth-wealth whips. It's refined, rare, and ready to haunt the streets. Number 13. The Plymouth Barracuda, Crash Power Legacy. This car survived a crash, the spotlight, and a legacy. It had to be on the list. The 1970 Plymouth Barracuda wasn't just a gift for Kevin's 40th. It was a full-blown demon on wheels. Built by Speedcore, it packed a wild 720 horsepower thanks to a Whipple supercharger. But after Kevin's serious accident in it, the car became infamous. He survived. Therefore, so did the legend of the Barracuda. This muscle monster might be off the streets now, but it left behind a story that few other rides in his garage can match. That blend of power and pain puts it solidly at number 13 on the list. Number 12. Pontiac GTO. Size, style, and street vibes. Size matters, and Kevin's GTO proves it, loud and low. The 1966 Pontiac GTO convertible isn't just a classic, it's an icon. Kevin's version sits on Forgiato wheels, repping vintage cool with custom swagger. But it's not just for Sunday drives. With its aggressive stance and clean execution, it looks built for red carpets and race lanes. Therefore, it earns the number 12 spot as one of the most balanced blends of muscle and elegance in Kevin's fleet. Number 11. GT500. Eleanor. Loud, legendary, lethal. When a car's got a name, you know it's got an attitude. Meet Eleanor. Kevin's 1967 Ford Mustang GT500 Eleanor is pure muscle wrapped in movie legend. It roars with 725 supercharged horsepower, ideal for LA Canyon carving and street showdowns. But this isn't just a movie tribute. It's a fully customized street beast with real-world performance. Therefore, it earns its number 11 spot, right before the top 10, because while Eleanor is iconic, Hart's next few rides are just next-level nuts. With number 10, Ferrari SF90 Spider, the future is black. This isn't a car, it's a spaceship on wheels. Meet Kevin's 2022 Ferrari SF90 Spider, one of the first in the US. It's a hybrid hypercar that blends sustainability with savagery. 986 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. But what sets it off is the design. Gloss black body, black rims, yellow calipers. Therefore, it looks like a stealth fighter about to lift off. It's sleek, it's silent. Number 9. 1970 Dodge Challenger. Bane. If Batman had a nemesis on 4 wheels, this would be it. Nicknamed Bane, Kevin's 1970 Dodge Challenger is a full-on villain vibe. Entirely blacked out, packed with 1,000 horsepower, and featuring a dark burgundy leather interior. It's what muscle nightmares are made of. But despite its pure evil presence, it didn't crack the top 5. Therefore, it settles at number 9, only because the remaining rides are even crazier. Still, Bane is brutal, bold, and built to intimidate. The streets aren't ready. Number 8. Darkness, 1966. Chevrolet Chevelle SS. Darkness isn't just a name, it's an attitude. Kevin's 1966 Chevelle SS, aka Darkness, is all menace and muscle. With 750 horsepower under the hood, this thing was built by Timeless Customs to terrify. But what makes it scarier is its silence. It doesn't shout until you start the engine. Therefore, it earns its number 8 rank for combining old-school grit with modern madness. Every inch of this Chevelle screams danger, and Hart loves it that way. If Bane had a cousin, this would be it. Number 7. Ferrari 812 Competizione. When silence speaks louder than upgrades, not all monsters in Kevin's garage scream for attention. Some just purr like gods. Meet the Ferrari 812 Competizione, a limited-run V12 masterpiece that Kevin left mostly untouched. No over-the-top mods here, just sleek HRE wheels and that iconic 819 horsepower roar. He could have gone wild with it, but he didn't. And that's what makes this ride different. Therefore, this silent beast earns the number 7 spot for letting performance speak for itself. Vibe. Quiet confidence wrapped in Italian fire. Number 6. 1969 Camaro Bad News. When this shows up, something's about to go down. Say hello to bad news. Kevin's murdered-out 1969 Camaro that looks like it came straight out of a heist movie. But don't let the blackout fool you. This car is far from quiet. It hides 650 horsepower under the hood and makes modern rides look soft. Therefore, it lands at number 6, not just because it's deadly fast, but because it's a total vibe. Number 4. 1959 Corvette mint condition. She's vintage, she's deadly, she's flawless. Kevin calls her mint condition, and one look explains everything. This 1959 Corvette is old-school perfection with a modern twist. A C7 Stingray-sourced V8 pumps out 460 horsepower, and vanilla leather wraps the inside like a luxury cocoon. But he didn't strip her retro soul, he preserved and enhanced it. Therefore, she earns her spot at number 4 with grace and grit. Number 3. Buick Grand National Dark Knight. If Batman wanted speed and luxury, this would be his ride. Meet Dark Knight, Kevin's sinister twist on the Buick Grand National. It keeps the vintage menace of the 80s, but drops in a modern Cadillac ATS V V6, tuned to deliver 650 turbocharged horsepower. Therefore, this isn't just a retro throwback, it's a statement. Old doesn't mean outdated. The luxury interior? Just the cherry on top. Number 2. 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner. Michael Myers, where you is home. Straight out of a horror flick and ready to kill on the track. You want slasher vibes in a car? Kevin delivers with Michael Myers, a dark tribute to the Halloween icon. Black and carbon fiber body, orange accents, and a gear shifter shaped like a slasher knife. Pure horror hot rod. But this isn't just a costume. With a 940 horsepower Hemi, it moves like a killer on a rampage. Therefore, it slices into the number 2 spot, equal parts power and terror. Vibe. Movie monster with muscle. Number 1. 1970 Dodge Charger. Hellraiser, Chanan. The king of the garage. No soul, just horsepower. Kevin saved the craziest for last. Built by Speedcore, Hellraiser is a 1970 Dodge Charger made entirely from carbon fiber and powered by a 1,000 horsepower Elephant engine. But this isn't a car, it's a weapon. No pricing details have been revealed. But when you build something like this, the price doesn't matter. The performance does. Therefore, it takes the top throne. Ruthless, relentless, unreal. Vibe, hell in carbon fiber form. Kevin Hart isn't just collecting cars, he's building a garage full of characters, monsters, and legends. From the stealthy 812 to the slasher-style Michael Myers, this is $7 million worth of wild imagination on wheels. Now, the only question is what happens when a comedian builds a car collection that looks straight out of a horror movie? If these cars gave you chills, just imagine what's coming next. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, ring the bell, drop a comment, and share it with someone who loves insane celebrity rides.